Hey guys, what is going on? It is Spherical here. We're back with Psycho Pass episode number 3x6. Last time on, we met a couple people from Heaven's Leap, or people who are associated with Heaven's Leap, which definitely seems like a very interesting group to say the least. There's some bombers out there. 3 more people with bombs implanted into their bodies. Again, my question is, do they all necessarily know that they have bombs implanted into their bodies, or could there be a couple that maybe... I feel like they'd all know, because having that process happen to you is something you'd probably recognize. Again, I think Ignatov's wife has been throwing up some death flags. I still want to know more about that whole storyline with their family, in Arata, and what's going on there. Their secret mission to find out what's happening. What else? There's supposed to be some foxes in the bureau, which again, I feel like first and foremost, again, Arata's dad and Ignatov's brother, they definitely had something to do with what's happening. They had something to do with the foxes, but I don't know. We don't know what. At least that's the assumption as of right now. They might not have, but again, the signs are pointing to them being involved in this whole situation in some way or another before they died. What if they never actually died and they're some of the leaders at okay, anyways, let's just we're getting to the reaction. Links in the description. They'll take the Vimeo. Watch it there. Let's go. Alright guys, that was Psycho Pass episode 3x6, and I had to just write down everything that is on my mind for this discussion, because this episode opened up a whole lot of just a can of worms. So, first off, Kay Ignatov and his wife are in serious danger of dying in this show. Both of them are. And with that happening, I'm worried about Arata as well, because he's already putting himself at risk by doing his trace. And now if something happens to those two, like, I smell something bad for all of those 3 coming very soon. Although I'm wondering if, since Kay is locked up with Mao, I'm wondering if maybe she will die to protect. I feel like somebody's going to die here in this next episode, or 2 episodes. Because this episode really was just the episode that turned everything upside down and reminded us, hey, Psycho Pass, people die in this show. People that didn't really die this episode, but they will soon. So the Foreign Affairs group seems like they'll be very important in these last 2 episodes. They said they have people who have infiltrated Heaven's Leap. I would assume Kogami and Gino maybe will become important. Maybe they're the ones who have infiltrated. Again, I would like to see, like, it'd be cool if we had like a whole alternate story of the Foreign Affairs and their investigation, because it seems like they've done a lot that we just haven't seen. But again, the big question right now that we don't even know the answers to is, what the fuck is going on? So it seems like originally this whole bombing plan was devised by the people with the 4 pieces of the plan. Joseph Alma, the sister, Nisei, who's the founder of Heaven's Leap, and O'Brien. Now, out of those 4 people, I think O'Brien is the only possible one who would still be part of this plan. Joseph Alma is dead. The sister is clearly trying to help our investigators at this point. Nisei has been put into... He's been... what's it called again? Eternal White, which is, it caused Eustace deficiency, which we'll talk about that as well. But he's basically been put in a coma for all intent. He's a vegetable right now. So he's obviously not doing anything. O'Brien's the only one who's still alive, who we didn't even know was alive until this episode. He apparently didn't die. I was wondering if maybe, we look at like Tori from Heaven's Leap, and obviously they have a connection with Bifrost. It seems like, is that actually his mom, or does he just call her mom? Who knows? But there's a relation between him and Bifrost, and therefore a relation between Bifrost and Heaven's Leap. I was wondering if maybe Bifrost somehow found out about this plan, and they used Tori as kind of a medium in between the two to collect the 4 pieces and take the plan for Bifrost so they can use it. Because that would make sense as to why Nisei is currently turned into a vegetable. Maybe that is part of, I don't know. The whole O'Brien thing being alive now is completely like throwing everything for a loop. Because that leads me to believe that O'Brien possibly staged his death. That, or maybe he was supposed to die, but he somehow made it out alive, and it is Heaven's Leap, and Bifrost is kind of controlling everything from behind the scenes. You know what I mean? I don't know, that whole O'Brien being alive is completely throwing everything for a loop, though. I want to know the circumstances as to how he's alive and what he's doing right now, because that changes things for sure. So again, just to recap everything that I just said, I actually want to go back again to the original 4: Joseph, Almas, the sister, Nisei, and O'Brien. I feel like their plan was created initially to obviously expose what is going wrong with the, with the whole immigrant situation with the civil system. So that brings me to my next question is, like, clearly their plan is being used for something different than what they originally wanted. Because Joseph Alma had to lead the bomb away from, like, well, no, that was their plan, was to expose. So I get the question is, who's in the front? Who's the forefront of all this right now? Who's leading the bombers? And like, that's the part I don't understand. These 4 made the plan, but who's enacting it? I guess Heaven's Leap, but how did Heaven, like, there's so many, I want to know more. So, I don't know, man. Like, I get Joseph Alma's and the sisters' parts in the mission make complete sense. Nisei and O'Brien, if this is all a plan to expose the whole immigration system, why is Nisei a vegetable right now? Was that always part of the plan? I don't know. There's so many questions. There's so many different avenues this could go down as to what the fuck is happening. And that doesn't even scratch the surface of what happened to Akane and Arta and Ignatov's family. Like, that all, I don't even know if that, like, maybe that won't even be addressed in this season because there's only 2 episodes left. Like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of questions right now. 2 episodes left though, so there's still time for explanation. I think I'm gonna leave it off here though. Let me actually go back to my notes and make sure there wasn't anything else that I wanted to talk about. Arata strongly was resembling Akane in this episode. Again, I'm worried for him. I don't know. And then Heaven's Leap really does remind me a bit of Makishima. Just their entire system. And the fact that they're bringing back the whole topic of Eustace deficiency. And that's kind of the crux of how Eternal White works. I find that very interesting. I don't know, there's just a lot of factions in this season, a lot of different motives, a lot of different people. Again, I love the idea that Bifrost is like they have internal turmoil, like they're all competing amongst each other. I think that's awesome. How's this gonna end? Like, I feel like there's still so much more. Again, though, 2 episodes with double length is basically 4 episodes, so we still have some time. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it off here. So as always, if you guys want early access and or the full-length versions of these reactions, you can click that link down in the description. It'll take you to patreon.com/VeryGoodFilms. You can check that out there. But with all that out of the way, I do thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys all next week with episode number 7 of the season 3. Until then, peace out.